while you're just sitting there, human. There's actually a war going on inside you, a war you probably have no idea about. What war, Amoeba? You're starting to freak me out. No, don't worry. You usually don't feel it, except sometimes, maybe as a cold or something minor. This war happens between two sides, one side fighting to protect you, and the other side trying to harm you. Well, not exactly trying to harm you, and it's just trying to eat and reproduce. But by doing that, it ends up hurting you. And let me reassure you, human, you're usually the one who wins this war. But as you noticed, I said usually, and just like there's winning, there's also losing. But don't worry, losing is rare. It only happens in a few exceptional cases. And today, we're going to talk about one of those cases, actually, one of the most dangerous ones. And of course, it's Naegleria fowleri, which is the brain-eating amoeba. Welcome, human, to a new journey with your Uncle Amoeba. Naegleria, like any other amoeba, is a single-celled organism. And of course, it lives in many places. But what really matters to us right now is freshwater. Places like lakes, rivers, water pipes, and of course, swimming pools. And the more water there is, the more amoebas you'll find. Now, one of you might ask, Uncle Amoeba, if it's everywhere, how do we avoid it? Well, human, infection only happens in one single case. When water containing Naegleria enters your body through your nose, even if you swallow it, you'll be fine. And like I told you, Naegleria's goal isn't really to hurt you, it just wants to eat. So it travels through your nasal cavity, feeding on its favorite food, bacteria, until it reaches something called the olfactory nerve. And that's where the problems begin. You see, the olfactory nerve is like a direct highway to the brain. So of course, the amoeba takes that route straight to the brain. But once it gets there, it finds something unexpected. There aren't enough bacteria to feed on. So what does it do? It eats the brain, Uncle Amoeba. Well, yeah, kind of. What do you expect it to do, starve? But not in the literal sense. It releases digestive enzymes that dissolve cells, letting it absorb the proteins and fats inside. So technically, it feeds on the brain, but not in the horror movie way. And the brain, poor thing, it can't really defend itself, so it becomes an easy target for Naegleria. Well, almost easy. Because once the brain is attacked, who do you think shows up to fight back? The police, Uncle Amoeba? Exactly. The white blood cells. They rush in to save the day, trying to swallow the invader through phagocytosis or trigger inflammation to stop it. But Naegleria is a tough opponent. To get this far, it's already survived countless battles, and won every single one. So unfortunately, this battle's outcome is already decided. Not because your immune system is weak, but because the battlefield itself, the brain, isn't a place where the body can wage a full-scale war. Then the symptoms begin: severe headache, high fever, confusion, hallucinations. And sadly, the disease progresses quickly. The patient can die within 3 to 7 days. What? Uncle Amoeba, that's terrifying. No, don't panic. Let me calm you down again. Even though the fatality rate is around 95 to 97%, the chance of infection is extremely small. In fact, you're more likely to be struck by lightning than to get infected by Naegleria fowleri. And that's all for today, my fellow humans. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Uncle Amoeba, signing off.